It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Monday, down. Hey, 7:34.
Carr right away going to look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Running left, it's Warren. Down the left sideline. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
In motion right, that's Burks. Play action, now it's Carr. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Now he is going to be scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. And whatever they said appears to have worked. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. They'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Now Jones wants to change it up. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Charbonnet, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They toss it to Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. George Kittle has taken in by his big tight end and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, they enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Warren will try the right side. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. On play action. Now Carr. And this one too low.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try to keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. All tied up, 6-6, our score after 1. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Again, it's Charbonnet. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Jets at 0-12 now on the year, and they come in at the bottom of the NFL power rankings, and I'm going to sound mean, but it's pretty easy to understand why.
Well, you know, you're trying to be nice about it, and I get it, but you can't help but present it the way it is.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr., and the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Carr now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On the give, it's Warren. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And brought in downfield by Burks. Touchdown, Houston. Traylon Burks. 35 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. And they'll send Williams in motion right. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Texans 21, Jets 6. Ryan Suckup set to kick
Now
off.
it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go. 11.
Second down, here's Charbonnet. Trucks over him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jones going to change it up here.
That's good for a Jets first down.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. George Kittle, 43 yards. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Suckup for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Texans 48, Jets 6. Ryan Suckup.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
To throw on third down, Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First down.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. A shot downfield for Burks. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now Carr. He completes it to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 35 yards that time on the punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Touchdown, Jets. Marquise Goodwin, 30 yards. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will cut the lead down to 15.
Jets 13. Check clock.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Texans 48, Jets 13.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And the deficit will hold at 15. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. That pass taken in by Burks. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taken in at the 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing, Jones. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's another Jets. 1st down.
On the option right, it's Jones. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down and 8. Now a play fake. Carr finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Mozzie Smith, first-round pick there on the tackle. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
21.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll get that to Charbonnet. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man. It's Mayer. Touchdown. Michael Mayer. 26 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Play action. Now it's Carr. This one caught by Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down, Houston.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Warren. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, now Carr. Across the formation, Burks has it. Touchdown, Texans. Treylon Burks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Texans 37, Jets 23. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jones. And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. And now a give, but this is going to be a reverse. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
The 23-yard line.
Here's Jones. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go, 1st and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
At the Texans' 11-yard line.
To throw is Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That's pulled in by Wilson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Warren. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Carr going to look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A give up the middle to Johnson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings us 2nd.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 10. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Jets are going to get the football back. This is 1st and 10. Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Texans, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll get another road date